I am an African. I mean, all black people, no matter where they are in the world, are Africans. And I was raised through my parents. They've taught me that I was an African. I was an African born in America, an African American.
When slaves came from Africa to the Americas, many African music traditions were left behind. Over the years, African American families have attempted to pass on their musical and religious heritage to their children. These African traditions had to be relearned through research and study in Africa. Nana Yao Opare Dinizulu has been there and back in order to preserve the history and tradition of his African heritage. This Horizons, Music from Africa to the Americas, African music, features the music of Nana Dinizulu and his African dancers, drummers, and singers who play traditional African music. Also, the music of his son, Kimati, who has created a new style of African music. I'm Taj Mahal.
Well, I guess it started very early, and I think it came from my grandmother who taught me.
Nana Yao Opare Dinizulu.
I started out about 13 or 12, beginning to search out the tribal origins of our people. And I think that she used to divine, and she used to do a lot of reading on me and tell me what I was going to do in life.
Nana Dinizulu began to study the drum in the late 40s through films, records, and with the help of African immigrants in the United States. He took his first trip to Africa in the 60s. In Ghana, where Nana Dinizulu believes his African ancestors are from, he was made a chief, learned drumming techniques, and became a priest in the Akan religion. Back in New York, he formed a dance company. This dance company performs music from all over the African continent.
Well, it's not that I decided to have a dance company as per se, but I was interested in teaching the people about their history and their culture, the African Americans. So it's got to be my profession after a while. My mother and my grandmother, they wanted to give me piano lessons and drumming lessons. And my uncle, who was at the time Kid Chocolate, he was a musician. And I used to see the money that he used to bring home sometime. And I didn't think it was very much money. I had, granular ideas about what money was supposed to be. So I refused the lessons in drumming and piano lessons. And along the way, somehow it creeped right back into my life. Drumming did, and I've been drumming ever since.
During one of his performances, Nana Dinizulu and his African dancers, drummers, and singers present Ibuto. Ibuto is a group of Zulu songs about the return of Zulu soldiers after winning a war. The women singing and dancing Shi Anizanla are charged with excitement and anticipation. They just received the news that the warriors have won a decisive battle. The women call for everyone to clap hands. The champions are about to return. Soon, all the villagers crowd around the chief to sing a song of solidarity and praise. One of the young women has lost her husband in the war. She sings this lament, paying homage to the spirit of her late husband and to the spirits of all men who were unable to come home.
Oh
Another woman, a priestess, sings to the spirits, and she tells the people that the preparation of war medicine will always be strong, as long as it's prepared before the cock crows.
Well, I used to do the choreography myself when I was younger, but now I guess, various people come and they give us a part of it, or I learned it in Africa. I have a good eye for the structure of the dance, so someone will submit a dance and I would do the picking out and putting it together more or less.
Warriors are dancing in honor of the chief. They are strong and agile as they reenact scenes from the battlefield. The women cheer them on with a rousing cry. final section of this Zulu warrior story is a song that the women sang while the men were away to give each other moral support. It's called That Is My Man. Through visits to Africa, films, and books, Nana Dinizulu learned his African culture. He's a traditionalist, and the dance troupe's performance is similar to the music and dance in Africa.
Majority of what we do on stage is pretty much the same as what they did in the field or in Africa.
Well, my name is Kimati Dinizulu, and my father's name is Nana Yao Opare Dinizulu. And I was raised through my parents. They taught me that I was an African. I was an African born in America, an African American.
Kimati Dinizulu heard the drum beat in his mother's womb, and he grew up to be a musician. He plays on his own in New York City, but he began as a member of his father's troupe. One of the instruments Kimati Dinizulu plays is the gome drum. The gome drum is a hand and foot drum found amongst the Ga people of Ghana.
Well, it's a square drum, and it has a skin. It's a open drum where it has a skin covering one of the sides, and you sit on it like you would a chair. It's basically a box.
Kimati Dinizulu made his first trip to Africa shortly after entering college. He studied percussion with master drummers in Ghana. When he returned to New York, instead of concentrating on traditional African music, he studied and performed with musicians from all over the Americas: Haitians, Jamaicans, Cubans, Brazilians. He brings together all of these influences in his group, the Kodako Society.
What we do in my group, we play a music which I put together or created called Sankofa music. And Sankofa is an ancient Akan proverb which is depicted by a bird looking back towards its tail or touching its tail with its beak. It means to go back into the past and take from the past that which will benefit us, mankind, in the present and the future. We only use in the Kotoko Society traditional and organic instruments from Africa and its diaspora, and we hope that we are making a tremendous effort, and we're getting great feedback now from a lot of the media and just from the community on what we're doing, because in our orchestra you may find somebody or an instrument from Trinidad, from Haiti, from the Maroons up in Jamaica. It's something which is very, very powerful. It's bringing together people who have been displaced all throughout the globe because of the great tragedy which happened during the slave trade. And also it's sharing with the rest of the world the richnesses of these cultures and of these people. The Kotoko Society, we do play traditional African pieces. Very, we're into ancient music, very ancient music, but we're also into our Sankofa music, which is our way of bringing together our experiences and our traditions as Africans all over the world.
Kimati Dinizulu. Many African Americans have attempted to discover their African heritage. Nana Dinizulu and his son Kimati have gained knowledge of and preserved their African heritage in the United States through music and dance. Nana Yao Opare Dinizulu.
I think that each man should know something about their tribal origins, and you can't be complete unless you know something about yourself.
Music from Africa to the Americas, African Music, was written and produced by Karen Jefferson, engineered by Manoli Wetherill. Concert material provided by the Caribbean Cultural Center in New York. I'm Taj Mahal. This is NPR, National Public Radio.